cats running out. I mean,
I see the merit of a podcast studio.
woo-wee.
You know, if I sell the truck, we could afford like 1 month of podcast studio in LA. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to sell the truck.
I'm not going to sell the truck. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
It's good to see you.
Nice to see everyone.
Next episode that we are going to discuss the Run, Hide, Fight. Or is it Run, Hide, Fight? You know, when you got your CCW on?
It was Run, Hide, Fight. In everywhere that I've gone, it's been Run, Hide, Fight.
Yeah, but the question is okay, I'm armed now. I'm in a spot. There's an active shooter. Am I what? Am I required? No. Am I going to, be the hero? Right? I mean, what am I going to do?
John Wick?
Am I going to go John Wick on this dude, or what am I going to do? You know?
I mean, I think that really depends on the situation. I know that being armed, I think my first inclination would be to run.
Yeah.
For me, if there's a way out, let me just get out of here. If it's just me.
Yeah.
Now, if it's me and the family, I think that makes it a little bit different because you're not going to be able to run with everyone in your family at the same pace. I'll dust them.
One under one arm, one under the other
I'm
arm.
not going to dust them now, but I would. Now, normally, I would dust the whole squad.
Hey, it's like the bomb text. Look, if you see me running, keep
Start
up.
running, right?
Keep up.
Right.
You know what
or
I'm saying?
if you're in the woods, there's a bear chasing you, just don't be the
Outrun
slowest
the
guy.
bear. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to outrun you. I don't have to outrun the bear.
Just got
I
to
have
outrun you.
Exactly.
It's going to get the slowest dude.
That's why we don't go to the woods together.
Oh, not at all. Well, that's like
That's for other reasons, right? Because it's
But
that's
Army,
why
what are you
people
doing? Are you gonna stand your ground, or are you?
probably not. If the way I see it, again, the job is to get off the X as fast as possible, right? So if I've got the family with me, then yeah, grab the fam and get out as fast as you can. I think that the differentiator in our situation is we have an Uno card in our pocket, right? We've got that wild card where now if the only way out is through that active shooter, is through that attacker, now at least I have something, right? Which is better than nothing,
So, which brings you straight to fight.
So, yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, anything can be a weapon.
True.
So even if you don't have, your everyday carry on you,
Whatever you can find.
Whatever you can find. I mean, that plant behind him, right? I'm going to grab that thing and pull it apart and
stump somebody, right? Somebody getting stumped up.
Turn that thing into a collie stick and go crazy with it, So I would much rather, though, not. I would much rather I get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I think that would be my first inclination, just me. Mm-hmm. Now, family, that changes it because obviously you're trying to run with a group.
Yeah.
And that does make it a little bit more difficult. So I think that would change my status, my approach on that as well, similar to yours. If there's the bad guys there and they're in front of me and that's the only exit, we're gonna let some bees fly.
Yeah.
And just figure it out.
I mean, I guess, we for the viewing, listening audience, we probably should talk about what the Run, Hide, Fight thing is. Sure. If you haven't heard of it. Run is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you have the option to get out.
And so if you have the option to get out and you're not necessarily with some, let's say you're alone by yourself and you're in the mall and there's an active shooter event, Lord forbid, if you have people next to you and they don't want to leave or they freeze, leave them. Your number one job is self-preservation, and so you want to get yourself out of that situation. You can always remember where they were at if they didn't want to leave when you left, but definitely don't stay behind because somebody else does not want to go.
Yeah. And freezing is a thing. I mean, that's absolutely a thing. I can't fault anybody for it.
Right.
When you get into a high-stress situation, you default to your lowest level of training. And if you don't have training, a lot of times that's just, totally natural. It's a natural response. So yeah, if you can't convince them to go, as you know, as you're running out of whatever building, if law enforcement's already there, you know, you're running out like this, hands up, right?
Show them
and you can tell anybody that you can stop quick enough to say, hey, listen, there's a group of people, you know, at the food court. When we left, they were kind of, you know, stuck, whatever, you know, you let them know. But yeah, it's get out.
Yeah. And then if you have to hide, obviously you want to be hiding someplace further than the sounds of the rounds that are going off. So you don't want to, if possible, if it's a door that locks, obviously that's like would be key. Well, I guess a lock and key.
Dun, dun, dun.
If it's a door that locks, that would be amazing. If the door does not lock, if you can barricade it with things, I know that would be super helpful as well. Yeah. Whatever's going to buy you a couple extra seconds. And then if there's a window or something, and you can write help or 6 people inside or something like that. So people from the outside, law enforcement or whoever knows that there's bodies in that part of the building. That's probably a good idea also.
Yeah. Yeah. The hiding thing is terrifying to me.
Yeah,
it's terrifying to me, you know.
Yeah.
You do it if you got to do it, right? But damn, I really don't want to go down that road.
Yeah.
You know, but I also don't want to go down the fight road either.
Right.
I just want to run.
Right.
I was running.
I'm running.
Jenny.
You run, I run.
That's it.
I'm gone.
We when I was growing up, one of my brothers, it was a constant joke where if one of us took off, the rest would
everybody's gone.
The whole group of friends, we'd just be running, and they'll say, "Hey, why are you running?
What?
But hey, you didn't see the thing? No, I'll tell you later. You know,
Whatever it was, we'll figure it out later.
Just go.
Run.
You know, one takes off, we all just take off.
Which is always, I'd rather do that than hide. Hiding is, like you said, that's a scary situation.
Yeah.
And then fight. There's always that.
And then fight. So, I mean, that's, you know, sticks, rocks, chairs, fire extinguishers,
you sound
table trays. If it's not bolted to the ground and you can lift it, you can fight with it.
My mother would have been a pro at the fight part.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's many things that she whooped my ass with when I was a kid. Race car tracks, belts, spoons,
If it fit in the
shoes.
hands.
Man, if she could, she was a savage. I mean, she would have been perfect. She could have trained the fight part very well.
God
because the ass whoopings I took,
It was legendary.
it was. I was like, you could.
But you know
I didn't
what?
know you could get hit with that.
You grew up to be such a good individual. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing left.
It's like,
There's nothing left
y'all
physically.
understand, I used to be 7'2".
Right.
She
chopped
cut me down, and then she cut me down, and then she cut me down again.
My friends, everybody, if you were at my house, you get hit.
No one was safe.
Nobody's safe.
No one was safe.
So so I kind of go with that mentality when I think of fight. You grab whatever you can hit somebody with. That's what I'm gonna do.
If you did not know, this potato chip is now a weapon.
It's deadly if you do. If you know what you're doing,
You know what you're doing with it.
it
Mom
could
knew.
be a beast. So your mom knew. I used to take some whooping. Oh my god! If it was there, it was a weapon. So if
a
you
whole
go
nother
down
episode
that,
right there.
if you grew up in my era, you know that there's a lot of weapons.
Improvised fighting techniques
Improvised.
by Mama Holloman.
Right, and it was savage. The whoopings were intense.
Oh man.
So definitely grab whatever you can. Pencil, you name it, you can make it into a weapon.
Yeah.
And especially if you're in a situation where you're barricaded in an area, you want to start looking around immediately and trying to figure out what can I use to defend myself if this guy were to come through or this woman were to come through this door. And then, obviously you want to try and barricade as much stuff as possible. Make sure your phones are on vibrate or turn them off or do whatever so that you're not drawing that attention to yourselves. And if there's a light, if you can turn off the light, turn off the light. But yeah, if you're going to hide, that's at least look around the room to prepare for the fight. Yeah. And then obviously if you're, let's say you're at a restaurant and you're in the back of a restaurant, and active shooter comes in through the front door, your fight's going to be a little bit different. There's no run, there's no hide. The only way out is through around this guy.
Hey, kitchen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's always a kitchen, but
There's
that's
always a back door of a
yes,
restaurant.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So there's obviously, like you were saying, you're going to automatically default to your lowest level of training. So the more you think about it, the more you come up with a plan and go over that plan with, like, if you're with your kids, like I go over, if we have to get out of here, which way are we going?
Yeah.
And then, we make it into a game just so that they're situationally aware, and then also have an idea of, okay, if there was a situation, this is where we're going. Same as I would with, if you get separated, who are you looking for to tell that you're lost? So I think that if you turn it into a game, not just does it help you with your situational awareness, it also gets everyone else in your group more situational aware.
Dig it. Yeah, turning it into the game is the thing I still haven't really done with my kids yet, but I need to. And I know I need to. So my youngest came home a couple months ago, very serious because they had a training or a drill.
Yeah.
A lockdown drill. And it was, she's kindergarten. So they're talking to kindergartners, which I get. You have to do that. This is the world we live in now, But yeah, she was just, it didn't freak her out, which I was like, okay, that's
good. Yeah.
I'm going to call it, right?
That's good.
We've been talking about it. But it was just eye-opening to see how it affected her. My eldest does not like those drills at all.
So was it an actual active shooter drill, or was it just a fire drill?
It was an active shooter drill. It was one of their. They don't call them active shooter drills. They call them lockdown drills.
Right.
But still, that's what it is. Right. So yeah, it was just, and I had that conversation with them both. I'm like, well, this is the world that we live in now, and yeah, you have to not freeze. You have to really try and keep your wits about you. So do you? Like, I've thought about different ways to train my kids for that. I've taken them to the range, so they've experienced what guns sound like, right? But you remember the Denzel Washington movie where he was the bodyguard down in Mexico, and there was the little girl, Dakota Fanning,
yeah,
and they were doing the swimming thing where he was taking like the bricks and the wood and whatnot and doing the thing for right. And I was like, I wonder if I should do that with the kids.
I mean, you could.
You could, right? Just to get them kind of used to how do you respond to something that kind of shocks the system.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You ever do that with the kids?
No, we do drills at home, like safe room drills, things of that nature. For school, they have I put soft ballistic armor inside of their bags, inside of their backpacks. So because it slides right into where a computer would, and I tell the teachers that their backpacks stay in the classroom with them, not outside. Yeah. So they do know that they have that sense of preparedness in case there was a situation. And especially with kids in school, all you can do pretty much is hide and lock down. But we did have a lockdown drill at our school, and was going to the restroom. Oh, I shouldn't say his name. And my son was going to the restroom.
Keep that out. Mm-hmm.
And the drill happened, and they locked everything down, and he was left outside.
Oh. And
so we had to have a meeting with the principal. Like, what do you do with these kids that are going to the restroom?
So that's interesting, because I had that same conversation with my eldest, and she said that if they're, or was it my youngest? Could have been both of them, because it's the same school district, just different schools. But to that exact point was, if there's a lockdown drill or a lockdown period, and you're outside of your classroom, if you're in the bathroom, you're supposed to stay in the bathroom. And then if you're outside the bathroom, then you're supposed to go, I think, to the nearest classroom. But I'm like, but if they're locked down,
they're not going to
open the door for you.
Right.
So there was a little bit of a hole there. I'm like, we're going to have to figure that out.
And that's pretty much where he was in that limbo state between the restroom and the classroom. And it was the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, you just go knock on a classroom and they'll let you in. I'm like,
I don't know about that.
Right. So yeah, it's definitely. And then that's what in that situation, after we talked about it, I said, just hide somewhere, hide anywhere. Yeah. Just make sure the bad guy doesn't see you. So go hide, run, hide, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do talk. We have had those conversations based off of the drills that they've done at school and how they failed with the drills that we've had at school. So, yeah, it's definitely conversations I think you have to have with kids nowadays. You can't. I mean, my kids think it's cool that they have ballistic armor inside of there.
How do the teachers react to you saying, "Hey, their bags stay with them"? I don't know if they would fly with our teachers.
I'm very active in the school, so I am the governance council president.
Okay.
And not that necessarily means that I get any favoritism, but because, and I've also done trainings at the school on active shooters. I've done trainings at the school.
So you're known. Okay.
Right.
Well,
So-
that would help. That would
Yeah.
help.
So because I've done that, that's helped the school to trust okay, well, if it needs to be inside, it needs to be inside. And I've told every parent in every training that we've done there, this is the type of ballistics that we have that my kids carry in their bags. If you guys are looking for one, this is where you can get it at. I don't work for this company, but this is what will keep your kids safe. So they've been really receptive as far as there's never been a teacher that's been like, no, you can't bring it on the inside. I mean, it benefits that teacher as well. Yeah. If you have all the kids, crouched in a corner and you're holding this backpack, then that gives
Potential
you
bullet
a potential,
stopper, right? So, yeah.
And that might help her or him be able to take that second that they need to be able to get these kids out of harm's way and off the X. So I haven't had an issue with it. And I would be surprised if you did. It would be an interesting conversation later on to hear what your teachers say when you explain that to them.
I have a feeling that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, though, it's the world that we live in.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that I have to send my kids with armor in their bags, but I'd rather that than not.
Very true. Very true. Well, let us know what you guys think. Are you guys having these conversations with, your kids, with your teachers, with your employers? Are they doing trainings in wherever you guys are? Sound off in the comments. Let us know. And,
I mean, I know that like I said, I've done trainings. We've done trainings. If it's something that you're interested in, you're looking for someone to teach your organization about run, hide, fight, or a safety plan, we can absolutely help you with that.
There it is.
Awesome.
All right. Go to point370.com. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And we will see you. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll never see you. I don't know.
What if we do?
But you'll see us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you'll hear us.
However you receive us.
Receive the messages. I'm not going to go down that road. We'll catch you later.
Bye.